Stockpile Hobbies.
So I just got done making these cool custom resin bodies of our Challenger Hellcats that we own. I reached out to Jim from Jim's Custom Rod Shop. He was able to hook me up with these cool bodies. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I got this done. Welcome back to Stockpile Hobbies. My name is Steve, and today we're going to be picking something to do from our pile of inventory here, our stockpile. I got a lot of cool things here. This will be all the upcoming content we're going to be having on the channel. Lots of interesting things, especially this. This is a resin Tyrell. Oh, it's from the UK. This might be the answer to the Sunicon issue with the delicate AFX original body. That's why I haven't painted this yet, because I want to paint them at the same time. But other things have now come about that this may get a little bit even cooler. We'll see. And so today, I think we're going to focus on recreating the Hellcat I own and the Scat Pack my cousin owns, and also now the Hellcat my sister owns, with these resin Dodge Demon bodies from Jim's Custom Rod Shop. The ones I did originally, which you can find the videos for on the channel, are no longer here. They're gone. I threw them out because I ruined them when I tried to convert it to a DR1 chassis. When I first fitted the body to a 4-gear, it was trimmed that way, and it needs to be trimmed differently for these as well. I also sanded out the wheel wells on them, trying to get bigger tires on the 4-gear chassis because they would not run. So I think this will solve all the problems there. And I have selected 3 DR1 chassis here to use as we get going here. So let's check out what Jim sent me over. Today I was at the hardware store and I grabbed these also. They were 17 cents a piece. I grabbed 10 of them. I probably can't even see them, but they are nylon, like number 4 washers, but real tiny. And I think they're perfect to use as shims on the TR3 chassis for the bodies here to get them the clearance they need. So a little bit lighter than the metal washers too, I would think. I didn't actually weigh them, but yeah, pretty cool. So I recommend you can find those and check that out. So yeah, you can check those out at your hardware store. Lowe's didn't have anything like this. I don't know, maybe Home Depot would. I had to go to a specialty hardware store to get it, but pretty cool. So let's look at the bodies here. He also sent me a special present in the bag as well. Once again, I got all of these from Jim's Custom Rod Shop. You can find a link to his website and his email in the description of the video. So Jim included a whole bunch of extra parts here that I just found. This is awesome. I got a bunch of hood scoops here, different color resin ones. And this looks like a light bar here. That looks really cool. I can use this. I wanted to make a cop car. I can drill 2 holes in one of the cars here and put that through as a light bar and actually light it up in the center here. These are the windows for the 2. Now, I have this, and I painted it red, and we put night glow color on it. There's a video on it. But for the life of me and Enzo, we cannot find it. I remember racing it recently. I don't know where the car went. I don't know if it fell down under the shelving, if it's under the track somewhere. But my C8 is missing in action, and he sent me one just by coincidence here. Awesome, it's even the same color. So I got the replacement for it. I hope to find the other one someday too. What's really cool about Jim's bodies here, they are 2-piece, so you can glue the windows in. They come separately. It makes it a lot easier when you go to paint these. You don't have to worry about masking them. And these are great too. You scuff them up a little bit, and then you can just paint them black or leave them clear. Awesome. Thank you, Jim, so much. I really appreciate it. Again, check out the description for Jim's email address and his website there. If you don't see something on the webpage, email him. He has other things that he hasn't posted on the page, which is how I know about these Dodge Demon bodies he has, because I had the 2 I mentioned previously. Now, he said there's some degradation with the mold here. He said the roofs were cracking. And I see there's a bunch of little scuffs here in the roof. I don't know if it's cracking, but it definitely looks scuffed. Same on the hood. I was going to sand these down with some 320 grit and then some 1000. Actually, I think I got 2000 grit. Let me check. So I have some 2000 grit sandpaper and some 320 on a sponge. And I think what I'm going to do is just lightly sand this out with the 2000. I don't think it's going to need the 320. And when we go to fit them to the DR1 chassis, may have to take a little bit off the back here and cut the stem down a little bit maybe. And that's the problem I had before, where I put this on the Auto World card that I had to cut the stem down to fit that. But in the DR1, it needed more of a stem. I tried to shim it, and it didn't work. And then I didn't make a video for like 4 months, I think. So we're gonna begin sanding these. Now, when you sand these, you gotta wear protective face mask gear for breathing. I got some lead filtered paint masks that I wear, so I'm going to put those on as I lightly sand these. Especially if you're using a Dremel, make sure you have a mask on. You don't want to breathe any of the dust off of these. The other two bodies have the same condition on the roofs here. And then you can see there's a little bit of specks in here when the mold was made. It's no big deal. All that will be covered up with the paint and the primer when this goes on. You can't just paint these or throw primer on them. It will come right off the car. I have a video of that as well when I did the yellow Scat Pack. So you really do got to sand these down and give the primer something to adhere to grip onto, to help the paint stick to it. Alright, so I used my X-Acto knife here, and I've gone around and cleaned up all the flash around the body, the windows, and everywhere. I didn't do it on this one yet because I wanted to show off a couple things here. Now, some of this on the windows edge here, you could even just take your nail and knock it off. Yep, you see, there it goes. Perfect. Avoid the temptation to blow it on it and blow the debris out of it. You don't want to be breathing this. You should have a mask on if you're going to be sanding this, which I'm going to be doing after we fit it to the bodies. But with the X-Acto knife, you just take it and glide it around the flash, and it just comes off just like that. And you can sharpen the edge there with the knife, or use some 2000 grit sandpaper like I'm going to do, and even just use your nail, and it just falls right off. May or may not notice something different here. Some inspiration struck, and I hooked up the drag strip a little bit. But onto fitment, I did not modify the body in any way. It fit on there pretty good. The chassis got to come back just a little bit. It's rubbing right here on a tire, but the screw hole is just slightly not lined up enough for it to mount. So I'm gonna just file out the back a little bit here to get the chassis to come backwards a little bit. I might take a little bit off the length of the post. I kind of like where it is. I might just drop it a little bit to make the body a little bit easier to put on. But first thing is I'm going to start just making some more room in the back here to get the chassis to drop back a little bit. And you can see here it has these grooves here that should fit and cradle the chassis. So I'm going to see if I can just cut the back part down a little bit more to slide it back. I'm going to try and leave those grooves in place so that they stabilize the back of the car against that part of the chassis right there. Good save. Alright, so I got my mask on, but it took a lot of sanding on the back part really. I only had to bring down the post just a little bit. It really helped it not the body mount. Make sure you take the guide pin out. I have the wheels in the forwardmost slot. It gives it the room the screw needs to go through. The rear tires, I had to sand a lot back here. I have the blade. I just took this rat tail sander and just slowly whittled at it. It's like grating Parmesan cheese almost. But I now have great clearance all the way around the wheel well on both sides. And that screw hole looks great. So I'm going to do the exact same thing now to the rest of the two bodies. So I think it looks really nice. I got it propped up here with a screwdriver. I already had two painted windows from the previous time I did these, so I hung onto the windows when I got rid of the bodies. So that saves me a lot of time, and it looks really good. So the two non-black cars, the purple one and the yellow one, are going to have black windows. The black one is going to have clear windows to break it up a little bit. I think it looks good with clear windows. The T-Bird here looks nice with it, and so does the Challenger here. That's not actually on the body, but it looks nice with the clear windows. So we're going to mimic that. So now I need to. This is just holding up the window inside because it was falling in. I'm going to start sanding now. I'm going to use the 2000 grit sandpaper that I have, and I'm just going to go over it here and scruff it up to help the paint adhere to the resin. I have other videos, like I mentioned, where I didn't sand it or sand it enough, and the paint came right off the car. It'll just come right off. And I'm going to be masking the hood so that I can paint the hoods different colors here for the air intakes, the scoops. So I gotta make sure that the paint really sticks here, so that when the paint really sticks good, so when I pull the tape off, I don't want the paint to come with it. And welcome back to my house of color. As you see, the bodies came out real nice. The purple one here looks really good. It'll probably look better if I turn the light on. There we go. Pretty cool. Looks like the old one I used to have. I gotta do all the detailing on this though. We're gonna do the grill parts black in the front. We're gonna black out the entire hood on this one to match my Hellcat, and try to get some black in there around the license plate and the tail lights. It's really hard to do that. For the Scat Pack car, we are going to black out the hood scoop, only the hood scoop, not the whole hood. And again, with the grill and the back part of the license plate area for that. The black one, however, doesn't need anything. It needs tail lights. It needs red lights on the tail lights. That's it. And we will put in the clear glass for this one. So I'm going to prep these now with masking and then get the hoods shot with matte black. And then while that's drying, we'll work on the black one. And here they are, all done finally after like 4 days of painting and touch-ups and losing my mind. I forgot how stressful it is to paint all these. I even tried to do the taillights on the back. I went the extra mile on the Scat Pack with the black, and then it was such a pain I didn't bother doing the purple one. I think the purple looks okay with just the red, and of course the black one looks great. The tinted windows on the two here look awesome with the clear ones on the black to break it up. Really cool. I'm really happy with this. And the reason I did this is because of I wanted to pay tribute to a video I did for Phoenix Haven Garage, my other car channel, where we had all 3 of our cars lined up for a quick video, and here they are again. We can now race with them again. I'm so excited. I'm going to get Enzo down here, and I think we're going to do some drag racing. All right, I got Enzo with me. He had to excuse his hair. He's been feeling a little bit under the weather. But Enzo, how do these cars look? What do you think?
They look
you remember
so
when we had
cool.
these before?
Yeah.
So we have them on fast chassis now. They haul down that Dragstrip, huh?
Yeah.
Which one's your favorite?
Probably the new black one.
Like the black one, huh? Aunt Denise's car. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I left the windows clear on that one. Looked pretty good.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah. And then the yellow one, I like Mike's a lot. The yellow came out good. I did the taillights on the yellow one too. It was really hard to do it.
Oh yeah,
I did the best I could. But yeah, pretty cool. So you want to race these down the drag strip?
Yeah!
Let's go. So one thing I wanted to show here is you hear the cars warming up as they break in. You can hear the pitch of the engine change and speed up as I do this. Good. Now for a little bit more voltage. Very nice. This car didn't do it as much as these two. These two, you can really hear them incrementally go up the pitch level. But we should be good to race now. All right, I got Enzo with me. He's gonna run the black Hellcat. I'm gonna run our purple Hellcat. Here we go, Enzo. Wow, I think you had a really good time. Our reaction time. Your car was 1 second. I did it in 0.8, but you whole shotted me because your reaction time was 0.031, Enzo. That's amazing. Amazing time. Well, let's try the black Hellcat now against the yellow one. All right, second race. Enzo again is in the black Hellcat. I am in the yellow Scat Pack. Here we go. Oh, the Scat Pack got you that time, buddy. Great times, 0.871, 0.851. Yeah. I'm flying. Yeah, I'm so excited to have these back on the track again. We get to race our own cars. So cool. I highly recommend checking out Jim's custom rod shop for resin bodies. Reach out to him. You can find his website and his email in the description. I suggest just reaching out to him. Even if you don't see something on the website, he might have the resin body you want. So that's going to do it for this video. Enzo and I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel. Please give a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And keep having fun, everyone.
Yeah!